Tell me what to do. Tell me where you think I ought to be. Try and keep me sane. Don't undermine it with insanity. Are you telling me a lie? Are you telling me the things I want to hear? Do you suppress the facts? Do you want to imprison me with fear?
Don't put a gun to my head, don't hold a knife to my heart. Just make me wanna stay home, cause it's a good place to start. When all I'm feeling is dread, on a scale off of the chart. You cannot pick up the phone, cause I cannot play that part.
Why do you want me to be hikikomori? I'll try, but what else can I be but hikikomori, hikikomori? Tell me what to say. Tell me how you think I ought to feel. You cannot keep me safe. We'll discuss our terms and then we'll make a deal. You make me overthink. You hate me when I try to interact. Could it be jealousy? One day I'll win the fight and that's a fact.
And yet my feelings inside say that you're right all along, that I am better alone. And yes, it should be lifelong. You cannot pick up the phone, cause I cannot play that part. And if one day you did, I would not know where to start.
Why do you want me to be hikikomori, hikikomori? I'll try, but what else can I be but hikikomori, hikikomori? Why do you want me to be hikikomori, hikikomori? I'll try, but what else can I be but hikikomori, hikikomori? And then one day I'll understand your agenda. You want me to die alone, on my own.
On my own, on my own, on my own.
Tell me how to die. Tell me when the moment has arrived. It's not a cry for help. It's not a choice that feels at all contrived.
And when I draw my last breath, you're laughing right in my face. You steadily got ahead, and now you've won this last race. And as I see my last sight, and as I feel my last pain, it's with some minor regret I know we won't meet again.
Hello, Alexa, stop. It's just reminding me that The Archers is on, which obviously I'm not going to listen to because I'm doing this. Be quiet, you naughty thing. Anyway, I did some writing earlier, which is obviously what the...
I don't know that.
Be quiet. Yeah, I did some writing earlier, which is obviously what this stream is really for. But the stuff that seems to be getting the viewers is when I build Lego. And I've only done it once before, but that's had like nearly 200 hits on YouTube, which, considering I have done nothing to publicise it at all, I'm quite chuffed with. My other best video has had like 7 or 8. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do today is... Oh, let me turn the volume down because that's actually quite loud. And let's just check the other screens. So you've got the visualizer thing there. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's right. Yeah, okay. Anyway. So, I'm going to be building today set number 10283. It's got an enormous box. And it's this thing. There we go. The NASA Space Shuttle. And I'm not going to lie, I can't really afford it, but I'll pass caring. So yeah, it's got 2,354 pieces. I think that's nearly twice as many as the set I built before, which was the new version of the Galaxy Explorer. I'm going to check that though. Hang on, new Galaxy Explorer. So this is all stuff I could have done before I came on, but I didn't. 10497 Lego. There we go. Oh, eBay is selling it for £104, which is £15 more than Lego art. Rip off. So let's see what the Lego website is saying. Yeah, it's still $89.99. 1,254 pieces. So this space shuttle is nearly twice as big. Now, it took me 4.5 hours. That included me rambling on at the beginning like this and a bit at the end as well. It took me 4.5 hours to build the Galaxy Explorer, and I did it in one go. And I'm not going to lie, it got a bit annoying by the end. I was forcing myself to do it to the point where I wasn't enjoying it. So I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to kind of build from maximum, or even do this for a maximum of 2 hours. Yeah. And I might go over a little bit just to finish the bag I'm on. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So let's unbox this behemoth. So first I'm going to put it down there. I would switch to the visualizer view, but I suspect it's too big. So and the lights are on as well. Yeah. So yes, as you can see, it's enormous. So that's not really going to help much. So what I'm going to do. Let's go back to this view for a moment. And open the box. I should just cut it really, shouldn't I? Have I got anything sharp here? Pen. There you go, the first 2 hours is me trying to get into the bloody box. Or I could just go and get a knife from the kitchen. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because that involves standing up. Oh, come on. Right. Yes, knife it from the kitchen. Okay, so there's a lot of Lego in here. So firstly, let's pour it all out. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. So there's just piles and piles of it. It's got an instruction book that's actually as thick as a copy of the National Geographic. All stickers, don't like stickers very much. So let's see how many bags there are. I can see 13. Any advances on 13? Fine. That's 9. That one's 6. There's the 8. There's the 2. There's the 1. So we'll start off with that in a second. Oh, there's a 15. And a 14. Oh, this is ridiculous. There's a 12. 3. 7. So there's the 1. So, wow, this is a proper model, this is. There's a 4. So it looks like there's 15. Oh no, there you go, there's bag number 16. So it looks like there's 16 bags. And I have managed to locate 1, 2 and 3 for the moment. The rest are in a pile over there. So there are bags 1, 2 and 3. And I'm just going to open the, let's have me in the corner as well. And then there's this enormous manual too, with lots and lots of stickers on it, which I don't like stickers, I always cock them up. But okay, so I'll put those safely to one side as well. And they look mainly like reflective-y bits, but we'll see. And then the manual, which is nearly 300, no, it is 300 pages long. So this is a big old set, isn't it? So first it tells you a little bit about it. So it is a space flight icon. 5 space shuttle orbiters made up NASA's space I can't even read. 5 space shuttle orbiters made up NASA's space transportation system fleet. Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis and Endeavour. Combined they flew 135 missions carrying 355 people into space. Discovery flew the most missions carrying the highest number of passengers whilst travelling further and higher than any of the other orbiters, and it's Discovery I'm building today. It was also Discovery's assignment to launch and deploy the Hubble Space Telescope in April 1990 as part of the STS-31 mission. In April 2021, the 40th anniversary of the Space Shuttle program, we take the opportunity to revisit this famous mission. So it's not a new set. It's from last year. Yeah. So there we go. There's a little bit of information about the mission, pictures of deploying it. So I like the fact that it's a magazine. It's a little bit about it. Then you've got the design team, where people actually design the model, and yeah, but you don't need to go on about it. So, oh right, okay, this is interesting. So it shows me bags 1, 2 and 3 are purely the Hubble telescope. So that's what we are going to start with here today. So I'll put bags 2 and 3 at the rear, and we'll start with them. I just need to check if anybody's watching. I don't suppose it really matters, but just curious. And I haven't tested that the text system is working yet either, so I shall just send a quick test. Oh, it works, it works. Right. So now only one person viewing at the moment, and that's probably me, because I do watch it myself. So let's start off with bag number 1. I've just got the ubiquitous that bit in it. And again, keep all the bags, because sometimes you forget a piece. Now there's definitely nothing in there. And there's definitely nothing in there, but sometimes there's a little piece caught in the side. Hello, you're right. Yeah, I'm not going to go too mad on this tonight. I'm not going to build it in one sitting like I did the Galaxy Explorer. I'm just going to build a handful of bags. We'll see how it goes. No more than 2 hours tonight, because I did the Galaxy Explorer in 4.5 hours and hated it by the end because I just had done it for too long. So yeah, so bag 1, 2 and 3, which I'll definitely do tonight. 3 bags just build the actual telescope, so that's interesting. Oh right, so it then tells you the rest of the stages. So bags 4 to 7 build it to that stage. Bloody hell. And bags 9 through 12 get it built to that stage, and then up to bag 16 gets it properly finished. I think there's a stand and everything, so this is going to be quite cool. Are you building anything tonight? You tend to make my builds last a few nights as well. Yeah, I just wanted to get that other one done, and kind of overdid it to the point where I wasn't enjoying myself. So the first thing I'm building apparently is the stand. Okay, so let's just pop that there. If I put it sort of there, you can sort of see it, but then, right, so what do I want? I want that, and that. Yeah, I'll do it now. Building the next level. Oh, I saw you were building the Sanctum Sanctorum, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to get next. There's quite a few sets that I like the look of. I can't really afford them, but it just depends on what happens in the next few months, really, in life. Right, okay, so now I've got to do a bloody sticker already. I hate doing stickers. Make sure it's clean. And Hubble Space Telescope. Okay, so oh, actually, I didn't cock that up too much. So there we go. There's the stand with a little bit of info about the space telescope. Right then we want that piece and that and that. Okay, there's that. And then it wants two tiny pieces. Oh, I still haven't seen season 8 of Game of Thrones, but I did watch the first episode of House of the Dragon earlier today, and actually I quite liked it. Very interesting setup. I really like the way that, you know, your two principal characters, Matt Smith and that girl. I better not say too much in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, I really like the fact that the two characters that are clearly going to potentially be at conflict start off as exceedingly close. And I thought Matt Smith was quite good in it as well, because he's not... I tend to think of him as a bit one note. Not in a bad way. Well, actually, no, that's not fair. I've only seen him as Doctor Who, so I think of him as Doctor Who. So, yeah, I can't imagine him as other characters particularly. I never watched... What was the other thing that he was apparently very good in? The royal thing. Yeah, he was good, wasn't he? I'm very interested. I thought the girl was really good as well. She's an Aussie girl, apparently. She's a little bit older than she looks. I think she's 22. But yeah, I thought that was a really good opening episode, really interesting. And it might as well be Game of Thrones, because that's basically what it is. It's the same old, you know, dodgy succession and people fighting for who's in charge. But yeah, I was worried that it might be a little bit rubbish. But if anything, it was better than the later seasons of Game of Thrones, because I'll be honest, I still haven't watched the last season, because I got a bit browned off with it, to be honest. I didn't like it that much. So I still haven't watched the final season. Right. So is that? Yeah, so that goes on there apparently. Okay. guessing I'm going to have one for the other side. No, yeah. So this is fascinating. You're watching me build a stand. I need to leave it in shot so you can actually see it. I also, a couple of things that irritated me. I didn't like the fact there wasn't a title sequence at the start. I thought the original Game of Thrones was just one of the best title sequences because it kind of was informative and just gave you a sense of scale. And I know they couldn't have done exactly the same, but I'd have liked them to have done something. But what I did like was the fact they have kind of acknowledged that it's the same universe and basically the same stuff going on. So the end music was still the classic Game of Thrones 3 theme, slightly rearranged, but it was basically the same. So I thought that was good. Right, so I've got a stand there. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good that George R. R. Martin was involved because I read that as well. That I read that he gave them two endings that he was considering for the books, and let them decide which way to go, and then they chose the one he wouldn't have gone with. So we probably shouldn't have given them the option. I believe that's the case anyway. But yeah, I've not watched the last season. I will at some point, I'm sure. Ooh. I need to get a spare one of these bits. Yeah, they chose the Hollywood ending, basically. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So I will. Basically, what I've decided to do is sit down and rewatch Game of Thrones once the first season of this ends. Right, so that just fits on the front there. No, it doesn't fit on there. I should actually try looking at the instructions. But yeah, what I like the fact they haven't divorced it too much from Game of Thrones. It's basically Game of Thrones. You could call it that because it's got it still is. That's what it's about. It's basically the same sort of premise, same families. You know, we all got quite. Well, I got quite excited when we saw that scene where they're all swearing fealty. There was a Stark and there was a Baratheon, and yeah, that was all quite cool. Right then, is that it? Is that all the spares I've got just from that? No, that can't be right, surely. Now I'm worried I've missed something. Nice mention to Game of Thrones book as well when he talks about the winter that is coming. Oh, what, the Song of Ice and Fire thing, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was good as well. Genuinely, I thought it was really good. I mean, they know visually it was always going to be spectacular, but it got the right kind of balance between sex and violence, I think. Although the bit where he was, taking out the dodgy, the thieves and all that, I thought that was interesting. But I have missed something, haven't I? What a chump. Is it that one? Yeah. Oh. What have you walked in on? You've walked in on a bit of a discussion of the new Game of Thrones prequel and me building Lego. But I did do some writing earlier, so, all is not lost. Except that I've messed up. And I've got to rebuild a bit. This is proving complicated now. Yeah, I missed so I'm having to basically pull this apart and put in the piece that I missed, which was stupid. Oh, how's it? Is it not going? Is it not going as you want it to then? Or yeah, no, I've got. I basically I'm trying to sign off Still Life. I really would like to do it before the 1st of November, because I want to start writing the sequel, or the continuation, and I really don't want to be in a position where I'm still working on the first one whilst I'm writing the second one. So just not at the time prepping the film. Oh yes, no, I was going to ask how that went. I did see the photos and stuff you put on Instagram. So right, so that's bag one. It's basically the stand for I presume it's the stand for the shuttle. Really well, good. No, I had I not been away, I would have attempted to come, but I was, so I couldn't. Do you still have spare copies of the... Oh, of course, yeah. Well, I wouldn't have done. I would have driven anyway, so... because driving is cheaper than the train, which is stupid. It should be cheaper to get the train, but it's not. So I would have driven if I'd been able to come anyway. Oh, that's a good sign. But oh yes, the anthology book that's got your short story in it. I keep meaning to buy it. And I mean buy it. I don't mean like this is not me trying to get a freebie, but if you didn't sell them all at the event and you've got some still to sell next time I see you, that's the one. Yeah, next time I see you, I'll be happy to buy a copy off you if you have any physical copies available. You didn't take them all. Oh, okay. If this is bag 2, oh no, what have I just opened then? Oh, I'm getting confused now. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know when I'll see you next, but next time I see you, I would definitely be interested in buying one from you. Right, I'm really confused now because that is bag 2, and I've just opened it, and it hasn't got the bit that I'm looking for, but I seem to have another bag 2. So what's that about then? Or do they put the small bits? Probably 2 bag 2s. They do that a lot. Why? I'm confused now. Have I opened the wrong one? Or I am utterly confused. So do I not need these pieces? I need both. Oh, okay. Oh, so was that like the little bag? Maybe they should have put it inside that one. Okay, now I understand. Right. Oh, but there's another little one inside. Oh, I don't know what they're bloody doing yet. Right, there's nothing in there. No. Well, I've got some time off in September, so if there's a monthly meeting for the writers thingamajig on the Saturday, I will try and come to it this in September. Unless I'm away, because there's also a small chance I might be able to afford a holiday, but probably not, so I probably won't. But we'll see. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm only doing one flight in September. I haven't sent out my roster yet, but I will. So basically, I've got, I think up to the first 2 weeks off, up to the 14th, maybe even the 16th. It's due to 8, that's why there's often 2 bags of the same number. That's just blown my head, but never mind. I seem to have all the right pieces now. Beta readers will be getting the first book on 1st of October. Oh, that's good. Well, it's not good in terms of maintaining the schedule you want to maintain, but it's good in terms of hopefully we'll have done what I want to get done with my stuff by then. And also it means, because what I'm hoping to do is get the third draft of Still Life finished, but obviously I don't really want you to read it whilst you need to be working on your own stuff, so I'll be quite keen. Okay, out of about, is it 30 or no, 40, isn't it, you reckon it's going to be? 43. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I edited and basically signed off chapter 1 of Still Life today. Well, roughly. It gives me an idea of how far into it you are. Yeah, I signed off chapter 1 of Still Life today. Only another 32 to sign off, but I did actually start working on chapter 2 as well. I just didn't do it online because it's a bit silly only doing it online. So I did a bit of work offline. And yeah, I've worked out that there are 7 chapters that need this extra character who's going to be in the second book. There are 7 chapters that need that character adding, but then some of them will literally just be a reference to the fact that she's there, not anything major. And there's one where I need to change the ending of a chapter because she gets involved where originally she didn't. And then there's also an extra scene I need to write for the final chapter, but that's all right. Right. But my aim is to get it done, as I say, before November, because I do want to write the second story, and I have pretty much. I'm very happy with the chapter breakdown I've got. It'll probably get expanded on as I write. That's what normally happens. But yeah, I wasn't sure. I kind of knew that I wanted to revisit these characters again once I wrote the first one. But unlike English Hikikomori, I had a better idea of how I might do that. Whereas with English Hikikomori, I just tried to do it last year, even though I had no real ideas of what to do with the story. I was going to ask about those. Yeah, they look quite cool. I noticed those on the table. The only thing I thought was a bit weird, so I looked at your photos and you've got all those really nice sort of silhouette images of all the characters. It just seemed really weird to then have a photograph, and I know it's because you've actually got someone playing the character, but it just seemed weird having a photo of the Clark in there. That's not a criticism. It's just something I noticed when I looked at the. It kind of made her character jump out more because obviously the rest were just kind of silhouettes. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to having a look at those. What's that? Oh, that's that. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to have dinner before I did this. She's ugly. Oh, absolutely. She's the one that's always there. She has to be. She's the clerk of the society. Yeah, in a series that doesn't really have a main character. We've included the 4 police characters. Oh, excellent. 4. Oh, yes, obviously the 3 inspectors and the chief inspector. Yeah. This will be I do like this. Yeah, no, it sounds like a good idea. Well, I've got to put 2 of whatever this is that I'm building. Okay. Well, I need to sit down and work out what I'm going to do with it, because it is signed off now. English Hikikomori is done. I won't be doing any more with it. So, yeah, I need to look at how I go about doing whatever I'm going to do with it, I think. Which basically means writing a decent synopsis and choosing some people to send it to, which I do need to do. But again, I will get you to help me with that. But again, I won't bother you until after you've finished writing at the moment, because it seems not the right time when you're mid flow, as it were. Right. So I want 2 of these long bits. I'm still finding this so therapeutic. As I said, I definitely made the mistake of trying to do too much last time, and I stopped enjoying it. Why is that not as flush as I want it to be? Have I missed something there as well? Like a blooming idiot. Right, let's just go back. So if that's there, that isn't. Haha, right. Oh no, that is right. Oh, I've attached. No, hang on. So if that's there, that needs. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. That needs to be like that. Oh yeah, well, as I say, I want your help with a few bits, but I won't even consider doing it until that's done. Oh, Anthony, if you're still watching, I was going to ask. The other set I'm considering getting is the space station. Is that worth getting? See, I'm now looking at that, and that doesn't seem to make sense. That's right. Oh no, that is right. That is just me not looking at it at the right angle. Right, so that's that. And then it wants, okay, one of... We'll see if you displayed... It's 60... Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like quite a good set for the price. So I am sort of thinking that might be one that I get quite soon, possibly. Possibly even next month. Comes with the micro shuttle. Yeah, I bet that takes less time to build than this. Oh, I'm disappointed they're not to the same scale. I'm joking, obviously, because then the space shuttle would be just ginormous. Right. 4. That's there. I want that as well. And it also wants the grill thing. Okay. And then 2 more of those. So are you writing now, Tani, or no? You've just come back and you're a bit knackered, so you're not. You're just watching me build Lego. Crazy. Right, so now I need to do the other side. So, okay. I'm already loving the complexity of this model because I've suddenly realised this thing I'm building now is the little thing that fits inside the big thing, the little bit that fits inside the big bit of the model. So this is the Hubble Space Telescope, which is now, of course, nobody cares about Hubble anymore. That's updated. No, we want to know about James Webb now. Never mind. I know the shuttle wouldn't have launched James Webb because it doesn't exist anymore. So that's right. And then I basically want to do the same, don't I? So oh, that was such a long message. It hasn't all come up on the screen, so I shall should read it out. I had to get a taxi from MK to Blackpool on Friday, and my sister had to get us up onto 2 trains on Sunday, from Blackpool to Darlington. Then my mum drove me back from Darlington today. In total, it was 12 hours. Bloody hell! That's how long it takes me to get to Cape Town. Just saying. That's a long old bit of travelling. Considering going to bed at 9 PM as you're back at work tomorrow, go for it. So that's the latest I'll be doing this until I'm already thinking, what's the time now? I've been doing it about 40 minutes. I'll definitely get this bag done and then maybe start the next bag. Maybe. Because this is the Hubble Space Telescope I'm building now. Show us the box. Hang on. Hang on, I need a wide angle shot for the box. So what I'm building now is that bit. Yes, it's going to be ludicrously huge. I haven't even thought about where I'm going to put it yet. Don't make me think of things like that. Right, what was the bit I was just building? Oh, there. Hang it from the ceiling, yeah. I'd be terrified that something would go wrong and it'd smash into a million pieces. Well, not a million, but 2,354. Right then, let's get this right. So that looks like that. No, it looks like that. And it wants that to go there. Okay. The next one is a very long one and a grill. Oh, okay, I see. And then you should glue the bricks you put. No, because then I wouldn't be able to build it again. You can't glue Lego together. Right then, now is that a sticker or is that a piece with the NASA? Oh, it's got it written on it. That's good. I might break it up one day. I do quite like building the Lego, so I have like my old sets, the ones I will break up. So I'm going to be breaking up some of the old ones just to rebuild on here actually. So I'm actually going to do at some point the original Galaxy Explorer, as I've done the new one. I shall do the original one at some point too. So that goes on there. Is that right? Yep. Did you know the Space Telescope was named after American astronomer Edwin Hubble? No, I didn't. I know who the James Webb Telescope is named after. James Webb, obviously. And I think he was a former NASA administrator, wasn't he? So, next I want... I'm looking at the camera. I want... oh, 2 of those. 2 of those. So there's the chance of me breaking it apart anytime soon of failing remote, but I'll never say never. Right, and that goes on there. Okay. And the next one I want is that. And is it one of those? Yeah. And the next bit I have one of them. Oh. Oh, now I've got to build another piece with all the shiny bits on it. Except that. Oh, I see. How many of those does it need? It needs 12, so 6 each side. I've only got 11 of those, but it says I should have, so let's just check underneath everything. Why is it? Okay, I'll just check the bags. Definitely not there. Oh. Oh, that is frustrating. Because there's nowhere that could have gone. Apart from right under my bloody nose. What a tit. Right. Indignant. Oh, they've genuinely lost a piece this time. Oh no, it's just me being useless again. Right, so that fits on. That fits on there. Okay, and then and that goes on there like so. And then it wants. Ooh. Curious. Oh, I see. So I've got to build that 4 times. Okay, so there's. Let's just see if there's anything important. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that looks really good. Do you mind if I show that on the stream, or do you rather I didn't? Okay. There's just a friend of mine showing his Lego, or it's the person who's commenting there, just showing his sort of Lego display solutions, which is quite cool. As you said, there was some individual lighting in there, so that look better like that. Except I've got the phone locked in that orientation. Yeah, there's some I like that. I say with the individual lighting, I assume those lights, are they battery operated rather than oh, you've got those Harry Potter book things. Yeah, my godson was he didn't think they were worth getting, but they all fold out to be like little sort of classrooms or something, or sets or something, don't they? Oh, that's cool. I don't know how well my space Lego, I love that top there as well. Don't know how well my space Lego would go in that, but I will have to look into it. Oh, that's cool though, that looks really good. Right, let me just find. I don't actually need that, do I? Ooh. Oh, I'm not sure we've got enough Lego. Wow, Star Wars stuff looks good. The X-Wing and the TIE Fighter, now that looks really. Oh, now is that? I take it there's more than one AT-AT. Is there a small one and a large one, or is that I don't know which, because I've looked at that as well. I quite like look at that. Good grief. The housing, the street thing looks really cool as well. That's the cheap one. Oh, thank you. Tani just texted me to say she didn't want to be left out. Thanks. Right. So where was I? Oh yes, I was doing this. But you haven't sent me any pictures of Lego, have you? The other is 700. What? It's more expensive than the Millennium Falcon? Okay, maybe not then. And I did consider that quite strongly because I've got a big bonus coming up next month. And then I thought, no, I need to save it so that I don't freeze this winter. And then I thought, we'll just get blankets. And then I thought, no, I better not do that. Right. So those all go on there. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, mind you, I got this from eBay for 25 quid less than the Lego website, so I got it for 135. Yeah, I was disappointed, and it took a long time to deliver, but I was prepared to wait for the saving that it was going to give me. Right then, so that goes on there. Oh, I see. Right. I've got to do that twice, have I? Yes. I've done that wrong as well. Oh, and that makes sense. So that goes on like that. And that goes on like that. Okay. Right then, and then let's get it all into the right way. So then I'm assuming. Oh, no, hang on. Oh, they're all those, are they? Okay, right, I see. There's no assumption, just me not reading the instructions properly. Right. Cool, I'm on page 35 out of nearly 300. Ha! This ain't getting finished tonight. But then I never pretended for one moment that it would be. So, that... You have to head up food, catch the rest of them later. Look out for your next one. Thank you very much. Don't know how long ago you said that. Oh, just this second. Yeah, enjoy. I need to get some food as well. I kind of forgot to defrost my chicken, so I was going to do it before this. Now I'm going to do it after. But yeah, well, I'm not going to do too much more. I'm going to finish bag 3 because I'm going to finish the all the bag 3s. I'm going to try and finish the Hubble telescope bit. And that will then do for tonight. So there we go, that's that part of the model done. Oh dear. Okay, so bag 3. Now is this going to trick me, or is there 2 bag 3s? Yeah, I'm going to do bag 3, and then that'll do me for tonight as well. I don't want to, as I say, do it to the point where I wasn't enjoying it like I did with the space Lego last time. There's going to be another bag 3, isn't there? Just got about a billion bags to dig through to bloody find it. No, apparently this is the only bag 3. We shall soon see. There's still quite a lot here, yeah. Right. Quite a lot of pieces. Lots of little pieces, but that's fine. It's an intricate little model. Okay, right, definitely nothing left in there. And we're also apparently going to need these, so we'll come back to that. Okay, so next I need to build. What I actually need, instead of a dirty tablecloth, is a white cloth. So I think that would be easy for you to see what I'm doing as well. But, you know, that's for the future. So I want that and that. And with just normal grey. Where's the darker grey? Or are they the shiny ones? It's the shiny ones, okay. And then so it should look like that. Fabulous. And then it goes on the top there. Oh, that's just fallen off. Something's just fallen off. No, I just hadn't put them on. Here we go. There we go. So that when the telescope opens up, there's its lensy thing. I assume. Right, so that goes like that. That's good. And next I want. This is so intricate, and I say this feels like a quite minor part of the model as well. That's cool. And I want those, 2 of those. Have I done it that way around? Yes. And then a bit with an inge in it. Inge. So let's just move that. Can I get it much higher? I don't think I can get it much higher. I'll get it a bit higher. There we go. Let's just check that's focusing the best it can. There we go. Right, what was I looking for? Ingy part. Does it look like it looks like that? Ah, there we go. There's one. And another identical one. And then it looks like that spoon. And another one that looks a bit like a spoon. There we go. And then both of them with little black radar dishy things or whatever they are. Oh, okay, and they go. On there. And presumably the same on the other side, yes. Okay. And then what I also need is that to go there. Is that right? And then the same on the other side. I love talking to myself, it's great, isn't it? Sign of complete insanity. Never mind. Right, then next I want that. Now is that a yellow rather than a shiny one? Yes. So, yeah, so if you're still here, Tony, I would really appreciate, once we've, well, there's a couple of things I kind of want your help with, but only after you've finished the major writing on your book. So I want to write a synopsis, obviously, for English Hikikomori and start sending that out. And then I would really love you to read the third draft of Still Life. Once that's done, it's I say it's shaping up quite well. I signed off a chapter today. It gets a little more complicated later on because I do need to, as I say, make some minor additions to include this character that has to be, well, it would make no sense in the second book if they just turned up out of nowhere. So I kind of need them to appear. And also, it's, you know, there are places where they will naturally fit. So I need to do all that, obviously, I need to fit them in. And obviously their significance is not that important in this story, but it makes no sense them appearing out of nowhere in the second story. It'll feel a bit contrived. So that's why I need to include them in this one. Right, so is that right? So that goes on there. Okay, then that fits. Well, let's get this right. That fits. That says NASA, then it must fit. I'm not quite sure. Ah, onto there. Right, that makes sense. And then bend it round so that it fits. Yes, okay. And I'm quite, as I say, this extra character is so important too, because I've kind of, as much as I really like the characters, I was initially thinking it could be an ongoing series with these characters, with a bit like yours, I suppose, an underlying bigger picture. But I feel that wouldn't really work, and I just want to get on with telling the main story, which instead of making it underlying, just have it there. And I foresee it being 3, so I know where the middle story goes, and what happens, and I kind of have a fairly good idea what happens in the last one as well. I haven't written the detail down yet. There's a lot of things have to happen in it, but yeah, I know the broad strokes of what I want to happen. And this might surprise you, but my original plan was to have a very bleak ending, and I still could, but I have had an idea for an ending that isn't completely bleak, which then could mean you could tell stories in that universe. I'm going to try and edit as you go with book 2. I don't know. The problem is, I find when I do the actual writing, I prefer writing because it kind of falls out of my head. And I'm worried that if I tried editing as I went, more stuff would fall out of my head, but I'd be editing rather than catching that. So that would worry me somewhat. I just need to make sure I've done that bit right before I go on to the next bit. So what? Who are you and what have you done with Andrew? What do you mean? Well, I do. I think if I edited as I went, it would. Yeah, whatever. I'm not so worried about that. Yeah, I kind of worry that it would kind of go a bit. It might not work. But we'll see. Who knows? Who knows how I'll feel when I actually get as far as doing it. But my current thought is no. A good ending. Well, I don't know about a good ending, just not a totally bleak one. So with the character arc that one of the characters has got, it could end in a very bleak. In fact, it can only end in a bleak way. But I've thought of a way of circumventing that without actually undermining it. And again, it's all something that's happened already that I just put in as a bit of a it's a detail I just included without really knowing why, and now I see where I can use it later on in the story, which is nice. I like it when I do that. It means you don't have to write it. You don't have to rewrite it, which is effectively what I'm having to do to insert this other character into this book. No worries. I'll stop waffling. I'll just put a bit more onto my spaceship. But yeah, book 2 has got what's hopefully a surprise twist at the end, which isn't horrible. It's hopefully. And it's sort of related to something I said on my stream earlier, actually, but I don't need to go into too much detail. But yeah. Ooh, right, so that. Oh, I see, okay. Okay, so it's quite complicated. So I want does that go like that? Are they shiny? Yes. So and then I want bit of an angle there. Does that look? Yeah, that's about right. And then another one. It's another bit of an angle. Oh, I've seen that curly bit, so that looks like an Indiana Jones whip, actually. Okay, so that goes there. And there. Okay, yep. And then, oh, so there's a reason that went on first, yeah. Now. And then that. No, it goes like that. Okay. Right, and then that fits on. Now let's get it right. So it fits on like that. Like that. There we go. Got a large bit of the Hubble Space Telescope here. Now I'm also wondering if I've missed a piece there. I'm just going to nip back and check that, because that would make more sense if there was just an extra good piece there. And is there? Nope, I've not missed something. Okay. Bloody Lego and its total illogic. Oh, actually, no. It can only be that. Okay, that's fine. So next I want to look at oh, I see, right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. And same there. The detail on this is amazing. I love this. And they're so good at building these circular things now, like with the wonderful rocket. And I've got to do the same on the other side. Would that make sense? Yes, it would. So. Okay, so there more Hubble. Right, and then next 2. The beigey ones, yes, they must be. Okay. Ah, right. And so that goes into that gap there. Right. And then I'm guessing I need to build something similar on the other side. No, I've got to build the. Okay. So I need this piece. This looks complicated. Okay. And then, God, this does look very complicated. Like that. Then we need 4 little white, oh, not white, shiny. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I need, okay. It's getting quite big now, so I need that. So these aren't stickers, these are solar panels, and they're just pieces of plastic. Okay, so then I need to put the solar panel onto there. If I've done this right, they should fit. Oh, I have done it right, it would appear. Okay, that's good. And then, what is this piece I'm looking for? Oh, those. Okay, so 1, 2, instead. 3, 4. Oh, 2 times. The 2 times is at the end. If it'd been at the beginning, bugger it, I'd have done them literally at the same time. But never mind. I would have built them next to each other, but never mind. It's hardly that big a deal. So I'm making a second solar panel. You can see I'm nearly finished because there's hardly any pieces left sitting on the table. Then a second solar panel-y thing. Okay. Oh, I've done that one better than I did the first one because I haven't got to adjust the size. That's exactly right. Okay, and then just pop the retainers on. Right, so I have here 2, like it says now, solar panels. Now I'm wondering, let's see what it says. Okay, so I'm assuming that those it's a bit. So hang on, it's supposed to be like that. So that is supposed to be, right, okay, that makes more sense. And then presumably the same on the other side. There we go. So actually, in itself, that's quite a detailed model of just the Hubble telescope. Oh, and it goes on the stand. Right, this would be worth buying as a set on its own. It really would. So, right, okay, I do understand. I do understand that I've fitted those. They need to go like that. There we go. And then those just sit on the stand like that. And there we have it. One model of the Hubble Space Telescope. That's pretty cool, actually. And any other bits that I wonder if I've got 2 spare of those. I'm wondering if I've missed something because I've got 2 spare pieces. And it's unusual to have 2 big bits spare. So I am just going to quickly go back and check that I haven't missed something in the instructions for bag 3. Let me just pop that full into view though for you. Whilst to do that, yeah, it's these 2 pieces. It's really unusual to have 2 pieces that big left over. So I'm just going to make sure I haven't missed them from somewhere. So bag 3. I did use 2 of them. No, I've just managed to miss them. Oh, you silly sausage. I managed to miss it twice. So I built 2 similar pieces and yeah, never mind. Easy to resolve. Right. So let's just pop that back. There you go. 1 Hubble telescope. So I will just move the visualizer around and give you a bit of a guided tour of the model. That's all I'm doing tonight, I think. So this allow me to, there you go. Let's just focus. There is the model in all its glory. So that opens up and you've got the bit in there. I'm really pleased with that as a model as well. You know, it's got Quite a lot of detail. And is that going to focus? No, it's not. But yeah, quite a lot of. Let's try focusing there. Quite a lot of detail, and that's just a tiny part of the model. That's the crazy thing, because when you go to the yeah, because there's the little stand that it got. NASA and the ESA Hubble telescope launched 24th of April 1990. Launch mass velocity 4.72 miles per second. It took me 2 hours to walk that, and deploy altitude 350 miles. So yeah, so you look at this enormous model. It's just and I've just built that bit. I've still got, so that's going to be bloody massive. I don't think I'd appreciated quite how huge that is going to be, but never mind. I've done an hour and a half. I don't really feel the need to start on the next bag tonight. Let's just have a look to see what the next bit that we do is. I mean, it's all space shuttle now. So the next bit, bag 4. Oh, bag 4 is the stand for the shuttle, purely the stand for the model. Shall I do bag 4? Nah, don't think so. So I think that's me done for tonight. I will be back probably tomorrow to build the next chunk of this model. I have 4 days off work. This is day 1. So I would kind of like to get it finished. So some of the other sessions might be a bit longer than this one. But there we go. There is the first model. Let me just swap the view round again. That is quite cool. I'll be back. Well, I'm hoping to do 2 things tomorrow. I'm hoping to do 2 streams tomorrow. So the first one will be me writing the English hikikomori. I actually meant to do that. One will be me writing the English hikikomori. Not English hikikomori. That's finished. One will be me writing Still Life, editing chapter 2, and maybe some of chapter 3. Because I'll be honest with you, I've done a bit of work offline because I can't do the whole thing online. But I've done a bit of editing work offline. So I should. And chapter 2 is very short. So the one I did today was 9 pages. Chapter 2 is only 7 pages, and I think chapter 3 is quite short as well. So. Yeah, I will be doing at least 1, maybe 2 chapters tomorrow, and then in the evening I shall come back round about 7 o'clock again, I think, and do the next chunk of this. So thank you for watching. That's me done for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll just finish on a full screen and say that is the end of this stream. And I just need to press stop streaming because I haven't done an end title sequence. So I probably ought to do a card or something, an end card, which I will do. I'll just check that text isn't from someone who's watching. I don't think it is. Can't even see where it is. Okay, so that's me done for tonight. Goodbye.